wonderful noise, I think. I think it'd improve a tennis game if people sang the score, don't you?
There's another yarn about this Pyrenees I like. He was supposed to be playing a championship match against a team of Spanish Basque across the border, but he took sick. He'd come down with typhus. He told the doctors he'd have to play, but the trouble was he was dying. He asked them, "Any news of the game?" And they said no. And he said, "Pity, I would have liked to have known how it came out." Then breathed his last and died. Chris, could you tell us the name of that song you're playing? It's a famous Basque song. I know, we've been hearing it before. Could you give us the words? Those are the Basque words. Would you translate them for us?
Children, you must learn Basque to speak, to play polite, and to dance properly.
Children, you must learn Basque to speak, to dance properly, to play pelot. You know, I remember Chris's father saying to me a few months before he died that he'd always be grateful for the years he'd spent in the Basque country, but that he always regretted not having come here sooner, not having spent part of his childhood here so that he could do the things in the Basque song. Speak Basque and dance the fandango, play pelot. Well, Chris seems to be doing very nicely.
Well, here we are back where we started, up on the border. You know, it's not only the Basques. Nobody really likes an international border. The nations it divides always want to push the border back a bit in their favor, and I rather think the people it divides are just as soon do away with it altogether. Well, Pentecost is one day of the year when that actually happens. And here it is, happening. Yes, the fences and frontiers are really down. And people are free for this one day to move without passports, carrying what they want in any direction that pleases them. It's like a big party. I can't think of a better reason for celebrating. Every good celebration, of course, ends with fireworks. And here in the Basque country, of course, they have a special kind of fireworks. Everything's special here. This great thing you see is called a toro de fuego, a bull of fire. And it's shaped like a bull with all kinds of fireworks sticking out of it, and men are inside, and they're running through the streets with it, with the fireworks shooting out in every direction into the people's faces. But for some reason, miraculously enough, I don't know why, nobody ever seems to get hurt. Well, it's time to close. And I think I'd like to end this time with a Basque ending. The way they end every story, every Basque story. And I warn you, it's a little tough. It's not a bit sentimental. It's very much on the realistic side, and therefore very Basque indeed. At the end of a story, a Basque story, they don't say, and they lived happily ever after. Now, here in the Basque country, they say, and if they lived well, they died well.